footage. I'll try to say it again. There's no footage that depicts this individual that would be useful in identifying him that we have not released to you. And I think you can tell from, frankly, the not very helpful quality of the initial footage that our standard is pretty low. If we thought it was at all helpful, we would have and will release it.
John.
Follow-up question, real quick follow-up. Colonel, does Brown University or the federal government employ Stingray or any other mass surveillance equipment in and around the Brown University campus? And again, remember that the Brown University detective said that these applied and said that these cameras extend in the neighborhood. So the other question is, does mass surveillance by Brown University end at campus borders, or is there anything in the Thayer Street community, downtown area, or anywhere else in the community?
You asked me this question last night, Pat, and I don't have any knowledge of those.
Where I got it, figured you could beat it with a better deal than one of these big boys.
It doesn't work that way.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
You don't know that?
Reports of dozens of packages being stolen here in Chesterfield Township. I'm Dave Spencer. What we're learning about the crime and the prime suspect.
Go to great lengths to avoid paying child support. A duo in Macomb County allegedly came up with a scheme that didn't quite go as planned. I'm Jessica Dupnack, and I'll explain coming up.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 2 News at 10. I'm Root Barrage. Tonight, a paternity test scheme blows up in the faces of two Macomb County men. One of them allegedly trying to skirt child support for his new baby. Let's get live to Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack. She has more on how they tried to sneak out of it. Jess.
Well, one thing about the Macomb County Prosecutor Peter Lucido is he is not messing around when it comes to holding people accountable for child support. And word must be getting around. That's likely why this next pair you're about to meet allegedly came up with this scheme that certainly did not go as planned.
You are not.
It's giving the Maury Show, circa 1990s. The host here, though, is Macomb County Prosecutor Peter Lucido. In the hot seat, alleged baby daddy Mark McCracken and his work associate Derek Harrison.
They kind of similarly look alike, but unfortunately, Mr. McCracken's DNA is going to be way different than Mr. Harrison's.
The alleged four-time felony offenders schemed to fudge a court-ordered paternity test. McCracken plays Harrison during the DNA cheek swab, and then nobody has to pay for the new baby.
It says right there, you're being recorded when you come into the office, in the prosecutor's office, but we take a picture to validate what we're doing.
Uh-oh. They missed the sign in the prosecutor's office where it says you're being recorded. Mom was summoned to view the DNA results that said, McCracken, you are not the father. And then she said,
that's impossible. Let me see who came in. And we showed her, and she said, that's not him.
The jig was up. So now the dynamic duo charged with tampering with evidence and for being habitual offenders 4 times over.
Innocent until proven guilty, Jess. And that's the way it is in our system.
Yeah, and for now, McCracken and Harrison are currently lodged at the Macomb County Jail. Now, talking with Peter Lucido earlier today, he is not messing around when it comes to holding people accountable. He's actually telling me about a guy that's $50,000 in back child support, all while living in $1 million home. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, and as you say, he's not messing around. I mean, this is a prosecutor who in the last few months has talked about even perhaps opening up a specialty court just for child support to handle some of these cases.
And you know what, Roop? He says it's a labor of love. When he was in private practice prior to becoming the prosecutor, he dealt a lot with broken families that end up in the system. And he says, you only get one childhood. Let's make it good. And that means support from both parents, whatever that looks like. And he's certainly not stopping anytime soon to hold people accountable.
All right, Jessica Dupnack for us live. We'll see you tonight on The Edge in just a few minutes. The Hamtramck community needs your help tonight finding a missing woman. Linda Ward was last seen at Whiskey in the Jar, a bar in Hamtramck last Thursday night. We're told she was driving a silver Ford Escape and was with her 2 huskies. Ward is 5'5" with brown curly hair, and her brother is really worried.
If they find her, just let her know that Her family loves her, and we're looking for her. I'm sure there's plenty of people that I can call down here that would go get her immediately if somebody found her, or the dogs.
Contact Hamtramck Police if you have any information at all. Oakland County health officials confirming a new case of measles tonight, and they warn others may have been exposed. The infected child was at the DMC Huron Valley Sinai Hospital ER in Commerce Township on December 7th. If you were there between 7:20 and 11:10 p.m., officials say you might have been exposed and should watch closely for symptoms. Those include fever, cough, runny nose, red eyes, and a rash. Health officials say if you start feeling sick at all, call ahead before going to a doctor or ER to help stop the virus from spreading.
I'm meteorologist Rich Ludeman. Finally today we got above freezing. We had some breaks of sunshine. This warming trend is going to continue for the next couple of days. Right now we are 13 degrees warmer than at the same time last night. Some spots in Wisconsin more than 25 degrees warmer. Right now 30 for us, 32 in Port Huron, 33 in Lansing. You can see live pictures right here in Southfield. Not a whole lot going on. Still a breeze out there, so we do have wind chills at times in the teens, but on average we'll get down to 29. Here's a peek at the next couple of days. 39 tomorrow. How about 46 on Thursday? And we do have a concern for some ice Friday morning because we're going to see falling temperatures Thursday night. So keep that in mind. We'll talk more about it. Roop coming up in 20.
All right, Rich, thank you. It is the height of the holiday season, and packages are being delivered to porches all across Metro Detroit. And porch pirates, they're seizing the opportunity. Let's get live to Fox News' Dave Spencer. He is in Chesterfield Township, where they're looking for someone in particular. And Dave, you have everyone's attention because, as we just said, everyone seems to get in these packages right now.
Yeah, 'tis the season, Roop. We're here in this neighborhood off Gratiot and Hickey. It's been hit particularly hard. We're talking about dozens of victims just in this neighborhood alone in the past few weeks here in Chesterfield Township. And the police, well, they put out a picture of somebody they'd really like to talk to in connection to all this. Now, people who live around here in this condo complex say they have a lot of doorbell cameras. And while it does help investigators get a good idea of who they're looking for, it's seemingly not deterring these crimes of opportunity. According to law enforcement and those who study porch theft, the crime itself is rather easy to commit and the criminals are hard to catch. So what should people do? The first recommendation, get the package inside as soon as possible. If you're not home, invest in a porch locker or even leave instructions to the delivery person to place the package right out of sight and behind a plant or something like on a bench or something like that. The key is to not tempt anyone to come to your porch in the first place. It's something people here in Chesterfield Township are keenly aware of, and they say the same can be applied to mailboxes as well.
Got a notice from the condo association that somebody, if they see the red flag up, they've been stealing the mail. Yeah. So they told us just keep the flag down. We'll still take mail, and they won't know that you're mailing something.
I got neighbors up and down, and we meet up regularly, and we all share the video. So the second I got it on my Ring notification, I flipped it to everybody that I know here, and then we just always look out for each other.
And police tell me they are still actively looking to identify this person. So if you do have any information on who that person is, please call the Chesterfield Police Department right away. Now, coming up tonight on The Edge, we are speaking with somebody who actually studies porch pirates, has been doing it since 2019. He'll talk about a new federal law that's aimed to cut down on this crime in particular, stiffen the punishments. Whether he thinks that'll work or not, that answer coming up tonight at 11. For now, live in Chesterfield Township, Dave Spencer, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, and we all want to look out for our neighbors, Dave, but obviously when it starts getting dark around 5:30 at night, it's hard to keep track of what's going on across the street, much less right next door.
Yeah, that's why it's always good to make sure you have those instructions for the delivery person. If you know that you're a person that gets a lot of packages, especially this time of year, but really any time of year, it's just a simple note that says maybe tuck it over here, put it over there, just anywhere out of sight, because what these criminals are typically doing is just driving around and just looking for it. And then they know they have 10 seconds to get up there, 10 seconds to get back, and they're on their way looking for their next victim. So the more that we could do to cut down on the crime, the easier it is for everyone here.
Yeah, looking forward to your report tonight on The Edge with that expert who checks this stuff out. Dave Spencer for us live tonight. Thank you. As we enter the height of holiday shipping, there's actually a new surge of scams we need to tell you about that are going around. We have expert advice to make sure a Grinch doesn't steal your family's fun this holiday season. And it's not what's on your porch, but what's on your phone that may rob you. We'll explain coming up. And holiday magic taking flight for dozens of local kids. Coming up, the special trip bringing smiles, laughter, and a visit from Santa. We'll be right back.